It's time to go and look at the view and see a little around the ship. Then I started to hear it bubble and the entire train. I need to go and talk to reception. Hello and welcome to Oslo City. Today we are going to try something new. We are taking the cheapest cruise I could find in Northern Europe. So this is a 2-day cruise that will go to, it goes from Oslo to Copenhagen, and then there's about 6 hours stop in Copenhagen, then it goes back up to Oslo. So follow this week's journey as we travel to Copenhagen. I will tell you more about the prices and such later on. But if you take a look here, you might be able to see the ship actually. It's in the horizon. And seeing as the ship goes this close from Oslo Central Station, I will just walk over there. Here you have the beautiful Oslo Opera House in my background. As we keep on walking towards the ship, you will be able to see the joys of Oslo. As I said earlier, over here you have the Oslo Central Station, you have the famous library, there you have the Opera House, and behind there you can see the Munch Museum, which is quite newly built. And then the promenade towards the ship, it's also where a couple of other big cruise ships from the US arrives. And it's actually just a short walk from the central. So do not buy shuttle transport or anything like that. So hopefully I will be able to show you what I enjoy about Copenhagen when we get there. But first, I'm showing you the parts of Oslo that I don't usually get to show you. So here it's Havnelageret, and Havnelageret it's like the dock depot. It used to be an army building and has been for many years. Now it's just fancy office spaces. And then you have like these floating saunas all over Oslo Central Station area. And then you can just skinny dip into the ocean when you get too hot. If we follow over here, you see it's the Oslo Stock Exchange. And over here we have the new fancy buildings of Sørenga. So let me know if you guys want me to show you around all of Oslo one day, because I do mostly travel content, but maybe I can help a couple of people enjoy Oslo like a local as well. And over here you have the venue called Salt, which is made up of several like drying sheds for stockfish that they use in the northern parts of Norway. And they are also filled with saunas. So I guess you can see like the mantra of it all is Oslo has lots of saunas. It's not as extensive as in Finland, but you're never far away from one. They also do like cool concerts. The temperature today is quite cold though. So I probably should have brought some gloves, because usually the wind in Copenhagen also picks up quite a lot. As you can see over here, they got like a full lineup. So it's open every day. These are some of the events that they are having. No, actually it's the old events from last year. So they haven't updated it yet. But there's usually a couple of events every week there. Here's one of the new big fire stations in Oslo. So you get to see kind of a little bit of everything if you just walk to the ship. So today I am traveling with Go-Nordic Cruise Lines. So they have taken over this route from DFDS Seaways, I think 2 years ago, maybe 1 year ago. And now they have supposedly also upgraded the ships with better rooms. So I can't wait to see the new upgrades. Hopefully they are a little better than what I remember from 10 years ago. You see the spires and such here. This is all the area of Akershus Festning, or Akershus Fortress, which is the oldest still standing building in Oslo. And also a former army fort with everything that entails. And as you can see here now, because the ship does take trucks and cars as well. So for big trucks, it's in here, and for passengers on foot and in cars, it's an entrance over there towards the ship. It's also possible to take the bus directly to the ship. It's a local bus line. I just wanted to have the walk and show you guys a little around as well. But the bus is 40 kroner, so it's about 4 euros, maybe a little more. So if you're on a budget, which I am, definitely it's good to save them.
Hej.
So if you see over here, you can see the brick buildings. It's the part of the Akershus Fortress. Definitely would advise you to have a day, especially if you're here in the summertime, to just walk around and enjoy the vibes. It's quite a chill, place where you can have a picnic and such. And here you see the cars have started to line up to be boarded onto the ship. And we have the ship over there with the red chimney and turquoise painting. And maybe you can see it over there. That's the building we are going to enter, the Go-Nordic Cruise Line. And hopefully they will impress with a good trip this time. But first, I'm going over to the fishmonger's hall and having a cigarette and maybe buying some fish cakes. So then it's about time to head in. First, as you can see here, so that's the bus that goes from the city center to here. It's the number 60 Tonsenhagen. So if you don't want to walk in the cold, you have the option. I think it goes quite often. I will check on my way to the terminal here. Yeah, most of the day it goes 4 times an hour, so it shouldn't be a problem to get out here. Also, you have Vippatangen over here, which is like a food hall, food court style. So if you just want to have the 1 hour, because you have to leave the ship for 1 hour in port, that's a good place to grab something to eat before you go inside again for the return journey. And now you see, they just turned on the engine. You can see the black smoke. And then it's just to get checked in, I would think. And let's hope they don't mind the camera too much. So here we are outside. And now we are entering, so hopefully I can get some feeling back into my hands. Let's see what the Go-Nordic Cruise Line can provide. Whew. Yeah, helps right away. Nej. Du holder ID-kort, eller skal du ha pass også?
Jag vill ha ett ID-kort och så en QR-kod.
QR-kode her.
Perfekt.
Perfekt.
Och sådär.
Får inte något bättre än det.
Det blir inte bättre. Jakob. Inte bra ut. Ska vi få ett kort här?
Ja. Ellers blir det väl vanskelig å komme seg inn på rommet si.
Det har du rätt i. Det blir väldigt... Nej, alltså du kan ju bruge den på. Men det är bara... Vi plejer at have... Altså, sidste gang vi var her i Oslo, så havde vi den bare så. Og den lyser i ret ud til sådan en. Shit, er det noget helt nu? Jeg kan også godt hjælpe jer. Jakob.
Perfekt.
Tack för det.
Mange takk.
God tur.
Takk, takk. Yeah, then we have gotten the key card. And now it's just to go past customs, I think. And then we can just check into the room. I'll just get my key card safely away before I lose it. Yeah, so hopefully this is going to be a good experience. It seems so. The card machine was very slow. It was nice service, so shouldn't be a problem either way. Yeah, no customs check today. And then we enter the ship. So we're on the gangway and we'll see how this works. So my room number is 5312. And it should be on... Tack, tack. Yeah. So this is my room. 5312. Now let's see. Yeah. It's not very big, but definitely works. Single bed, a little workstation, a TV. I probably should have brought the HDMI cable so I could watch something on my computer. And then there's another bunk there if you are more than one. Let's see how... Yeah, actually it's quite a lot better than I remember it being. Even if there's barely any lighting in the room though. No, in the bathroom. But that's really not that important. Yeah, I think I will get settled in and then I will show you around the ship. So then we are a little settled in and it's time to go and look at the view and see a little around the ship. What's improved and what has not before we come back to the room and discuss the price. Always a little disorientating to be on a ship with everything looking the same. But we have managed to find the hallway. As you can see, it's carpets the same as it used to be before. Now let's go and check the overview. That should be able to tell us some things. Okay, so deck 11. Yeah, let's just try and go to deck 11 now. honestly, it's the same paintings that it used to be here when it was DFDS, so not too much has been changed. Hi. Okay, so deck 7 is where the reception and such is. And the restaurant, I will show you that later on. Yeah, now we're in the 8th deck. Oh, we can see over here it says entertainment on board. Maybe there's something good, huh? Yeah, so we can see it's live music, bingo, live band, drawing competition, horse race, party quiz, then troubadour or live band. And this is our captain. No. So I would say much of the ship is the same, but they have actually upgraded the rooms, and it does feel like an upgrade. The other stuff kind of seems like the same, but let's not judge too early. Yeah. It's quite windy though. But now you can see like the view. There's no smoking here though, so let's see if we can find the smoking deck. That's usually where there's people to meet. So now we're on the top. It's quite high. Yeah. I don't know if you can hear me, but it's quite beautiful though to be up here. Huh. Brings back lots of memories. Let's see if we can get a better view of the Oslo city center. And this seems to be the smoking area as well. So let's see. Yeah, here we can see the entire city of Oslo. So there we have the Monk Museum. There we have the opera that I showed you earlier. The Deichman Library. Akershus Fortress. The City Hall. The Postal Building. And Barcode. Quite chilly out here. I probably should have brought the jacket on. But it's Oslo in all of its glory, even if it's quite windy and cold. Oof. There's a little less wind here though. And then I think it's the tugboat oh! No. Ah. There we have like some heat coming out. I think it might be search and rescue or firefighters. Quite majestic though. So yeah. When I tell you guys the price, you will definitely understand why I'm out here. It's quite decent. And I also have splurged though, and I will show you how later on. But this will be a phenomenal trip. Hopefully we meet some nice people and we get to talking.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. This is your captain. My name is Ingemar Theo Thomsen, and it is with great pleasure that on behalf of the Go-Nordic Cruise Line and the crew can welcome you aboard the Nordic Pearl. We have left the port of Oslo and are proceeding throughout the Oslofjord and into Skagerrak. From there we will continue our journey along the Swedish coast into the Sound and south towards Copenhagen. The expected time of arrival at Copenhagen tomorrow morning will be at 10 o'clock. The weather forecast for this voyage predict a northeasterly wind around 8 to 12 meters per second and a wave height of approximately 1 meter, so I'm sure we'll have a smooth and comfortable crossing. During the crossing, our highly professional and dedicated hotel crew will do their utmost so you will have a good and memorable time on board. I wish you all a very good evening and a safe and comfortable journey. Thank you.
Yeah, well, then you heard that. So we have left port. Now I think I will go and check how it looks on the outside. Use the last rest of my cell phone coverage. Before maybe I'll get a beer or something. Check out the boat a little. Hopefully we are around Drøbak now, so I can show you where the German warship Bleacher was sunk during the Second World War. I'll see. Oh yeah, it's really gotten darker quite quick, yeah. Whew. Be just in time to be able to see actually. I will turn around the camera so you guys get the correct view. So over here, and then you see the islands of the Oslofjord. So the islands of the Oslofjord, there's a couple of hundred, and you see there's houses on most of them. Hopefully you can hear something, because with the wind it's not so easy to say. But it's really beautiful when you have like this dark. Yeah, so now let's take the round of the ship, see if we find anything of interest. So now we're on the top floor. Maybe we just go down one floor, other side, and back down.
Very good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. At 5:30, we are starting with today's bingo after the bingo on the gate.
Yeah, so there's supposed to be bingo in 1 hour. We'll see. I don't think I will show up for the bingo though. But here we can take that walk and see. Maybe we find a duty free and a bar or two. But first, let's have a look at the ship. Quite a cool one. And then we have the Italian food on my right hand side. And of course some live music in the pub.
Love is a burning thing, then breaks the grace. Born by wild desire, I fell into the freezing fire. I fell into the burning fire.
So then we did a walkthrough of the piano bar. Maybe I'll go there for a beer. And then it's the duty free. Yeah, so I think maybe we'll just do a trip to a duty-free shop as we are here. Let's have a look around, see if there's anything nice to buy. Okay, so we have a lot of clothes. Yeah, I think we'll just buy something to drink.
Och 456 blir det. Danska. Alla priser är danska. Bra kvittering på det.
Nej, det är bra.
Då slänger jag. Ha det så bra.
Hi.
Hej, hej.
Får jag med påsen?
Yes.
Perfekt.
Och 48 kronor blir det.
Yep.
Kvittering.
Nej tack. Ha det bra. Yeah. So then we got some beers, got a bottle of water. We'll do the tobacco later on. We managed to buy a couple of stuff, managed to see the boat leaving Oslo, and now drink a couple of beers before heading out for dinner. Seems like it's gonna be a good day. So then we are ready to go and grab some dinner. We will try the buffet restaurant, I think it's called Skagen, and see what their selection is. I will of course show you on the way. This, however, does cost more than the entire ticket of the cruise. So we will see if it's valued in the money.
It's gonna ride incredible. I said, oh, there we go, there we go. Yes, I'm again. Then I want you to know with me.
Hej, der kommer en til vores gruppe her. Men
En ekstra.
Han har sit bodykort med. Han er så over det.
Jeg har betalt hjemmefra. Du er dit boardingkort.
Hvad siger du?
Den er din.
Det er mit.
Ja, ja. Hvem er den person? Hvor er den person?
Han er på vej op.
Ah, okay.
Han er så over det.
Men er han med, eller er han bare ekstra? Nej, han er med på.
Han er med.
Ja, så fint. Vi går bare ind. Ved du, hvad de siger? Ved du, hvad de siger?
Hej, var det mig?
Varsågod.
Strålende.
Det är den här.
Japp, mange takk.
Du beställer dricka till min kollega. Hon kommer strax till dig.
Perfekt.
Så hon ska också brygga boarding card. Så
Ja.
det ska bara byggas.
Nei, men den er fin. Hei, hei. Ja. Kan jeg ikke bare få en sånn organisk pilsner?
Ja.
Og gi meg også sparkling vann.
Ja, tack. Må jag blanda in boarding card?
Ja, selvfølgelig.
Och så du kan bara starta med buffé.
Strålende. Tusen hjertelig. We managed to find some seafood. So I usually start my buffet runs with seafood. So we got the crayfish, mussels, and shrimps. And we also ordered a craft beer from Svaneke. Supposed to be an ecological craft beer. First, let's try the mussels. Yeah, they're okay. Cold, a little garlic, a couple of other vegetables. They're totally okay. Now, how are the shrimps? I've had better, but they work. And let's try a crawfish. And this was actually possible to suck the head off. So usually it's the crawfish that is the least appetizing. But today they were quite alright actually. As you probably also saw when I showed, there's quite some meat dishes. But my impression is that the buffet has gotten smaller from last time I was here about 10 years ago. Yeah, the crawfish are quite nice. I might do another round of these ones. How is the beer? A little fruity, quite tasty, quite tasty. So soon we have the taste explosion ready, which should be quite a decent appetizer. And then a little squeeze of lemon on top. And then it's just to taste, huh? That's phenomenal, actually. After a long day, this was definitely needed. Yeah, so maybe we should go for plate number 2, huh? So then I am back again, this time with some braised beef and some pork barbecue ribs. I don't know, maybe we should try the ribs first. They do seem a tad dry, but we'll see. A little dry, but the spice was quite nice. So, I don't know. I'll finish them at least. But first, let's try this one. It looks juicy, the braised beef. It is. That was really good, actually. Very powerful, though. I'm not sure you could eat much of it, but it's really good. Tack, tack. It's time for round number 3. Fight! Yes, then we are back with portion number 3. So they had a chef that would portion out some beef fillet with some béarnaise sauce. So I think we should just try this one. See if they've managed to make it juicy or not. So a little béarnaise. No, that's real dry. The béarnaise is good though. That fish was horrible. Yeah, that was whack. 2 more fries and then I think we'll just do some cheese or dessert. Selection wasn't the best today. Yeah, so we found some nice cheeses. So we have the Dana Blue, white blue cheese, taleggio, and I can't remember what this was called. And then we have some kind of cake pie and a cheesecake. When eating the buffet, you gotta get my money's worth. It's quite rich, but it's really good. I haven't tried this one before. Quite tangy. Now we tried the taleggio. Now let's see how the cheesecake is. Quite velvety. And let's try this cake. So it's kind of like a marzipan layer in the lower part. I think it's about time to pay now. Mange tack.
En kopi til dig.
Nej tack, den där är fin den.
Tak.
Selv tack. I was going to bed, then I started to hear it bubble, and the entire train is wet and has bubbled out. I need to go and talk to reception.
Men det var fordi vandet, det kom op, ikke?
Ja.
Ja, altså der var oversvømmelse.
Ja.
Ja, ja.
Ja, nei, plutselig så hørte jeg bare sånn sånn surkling, og så trodde jeg bare det var naboen som styrte toalettet, men det stoppet ikke, og da tenkte jeg å åpne døra, og da sov jeg helt den dobørsta fløyt, og ja.
Det skulle gerne virke nu. Så skulle det være fikset her. Og der er tørt derude.
Ja, da håper jeg bare det ikke skjer igjen.
Nej, og hvorfor det skete, det ved jeg ikke. Men jeg håber ikke, det sker.
Nei, ikke ærlig siden da, for jeg håper jeg får sove.
Ja. Men det larmede det?
Ja,
Altså, ja.
veldig høyt.
Okay.
Såpass at jeg ble egentlig redd for at det bare skulle flyte ut
Ja.
her, og ja.
Ja, det er for sikkert.
For det var veldig during, og så og så, ja.
Jeg håber ikke, det sker igen.
Ikke ærlig.
Men nu er der i hvert fald pænt derude igen.
Takk, jeg setter pris på det.
Wait to your vehicle, but make sure to keep the engine off until you receive the signal to drive off. Please note that you're not allowed to smoke on the car deck or inside the vehicles.
Yellow, then it's time to go and explore Copenhagen. We're done in the room. The ship has reached harbor. Let me just get my bags and we are off to go. Ta-da. Now let's just make sure we haven't forgotten anything. So let's bounce, you and me. Hey, Yellow.
Ja, vi tager en ommer til sommer mange gange. Min bedste på et opgave før. Okay?
Yeah, so then we are off the ship. We are entering the harbor and going for the shuttle bus towards downtown. And I will show you the Pearl of Copenhagen. Yeah, let's just do the stairs. So then we're outside, and these are the shuttle buses. I'll just have a quick cigarette first. Hi, boss.
Ja.
Tak, tak.
Ja.
And then we are finally off towards Copenhagen Central.
Der var ikke flere, der skulle ind på Nørreport. Gør I sgu ja.
Then we are in Copenhagen Central. So we'll have a quick stop by the central station, and then I think we'll find the metro to the next shooting and stuff I enjoy to do here in Copenhagen. But first, let's have a look at some graffiti. I can already now see the Ho Alio. He's from Oslo. Let's see if there's some other famous names down here. Oh yeah, it is. So you have over there, you have the Moa, you have the TR, How. That's a good one. They have, however, been here and buffed since last time I was in Copenhagen. Let's go into the central station and then we'll see what we have. So you saw the bus, it took about 30 minutes with the stop in Nørreport station to drop off some of the passengers. And then you have from the ship enters harbor until you have to be in the on the boat, it's 6 hours. But realistically, you're getting like 4.5, 5 hours downtown if you want to be certain to make the boat back again. And this is the entrance to Hovedbanegården, which is the central station of Copenhagen. As you can see, it's quite an old, beautiful building. So I always stop by here to take in the memories of a previous life.